This is Gamer Being. No spoilers ahead.
So you've come too, inmate. The you in reality is currently fast asleep. You are only experiencing this as a dream. You're in the presence of our master. Stand up straight!
Welcome. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter. I am Igor, the master of this place. Remember it well. I summoned you to speak of important matters.
In most movies and video games, there are always some underlying philosophies behind certain elements presented. Some may seem quite obvious, some not so much. In today's episode, we take a look at what are the bases of Persona 5.
I am the pillager of Twilight, Arsene!
I'm pretty sure most of us are familiar with the term introvert and extrovert. Well, the figure behind such philosophy is Carl Jung, founder of analytical psychology, supposedly successor to Sigmund Freud's psychoanalysis. He realized the similarities shared in myth, religion, cultures, etc., categorized and summarized these similarities into personal and collective unconscious, both being key elements in Persona series. We will look further in the next section. In addition, terms like persona, self, shadow, and anima or animus are among the prominent ones coined by Jung. Freud's and Jung's relation had a bitter end. Similarly, Persona series broke away from Shin Megami Tensei, providing Persona a path to move on its own. Now, let's start discussing key terms. Firstly, persona. As the game explicitly illustrated and explained, it means the mask. Jung defined as a mask everyone wear in confronting different circumstances in life, while in the game, these persona give or seen as some sort of players' true power awakened in each of the character. Most importantly, both emphasized on how it plays its role in giving protection to a person. In the game, shadows are the enemies that we fight against, something that is born out of negative emotion. This illustration is quite similar to Jung's explanation of shadow, which we carry out of our unconscious. Not presented in Persona 5, but in Persona 4, each character confronted their shadow before they can awaken their persona, which is almost precisely how Jung described shadow. One of the most Carl Jung's significant contribution to the field of Western psychology is the inclusion of unconscious aspect, extension of Freud's, which is mostly focused on sexual elements. In each of previous Persona games, alternate reality exists, such as the Dark Hour in 3, Midnight Channel in 4, and Mementos in 5. Explicitly explained by Morgan Almona, it represented collective unconscious, in which everyone shares similar unconscious experience traced back to ancestral past, although this might sound confusing to some. While palaces that we infiltrated at night represent personal unconscious, which is solely represent an individual, as in Persona, their distorted minds. It will take hours or even days to talk about Jung's theories in detail. As for this video, I've only discussed the overview on both Jung's and how it depicted in Persona game. Depending on individual take on this relation between psychological theories, specifically Carl Jung's, whether this RPG owes that much to Jung's idea. What I can say personally about this game is every bit of it is brilliant, and taking turn between living normal high school student during the day and becoming phantom thieves infiltrating castles at night, it is an experience you wouldn't want to miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for riding with us today. We will be arriving in Shibuya shortly.
Thank you all for watching. This has been a gaming signing off.